Well, guys, it's been another amazing month of gaming. I think we all can agree. How's everyone doing?
I'm doing great.
That's good.
Dude,
That's good.
pretty swell.
Right.
Yeah, nothing's on fire.
Yeah. No, 2026 going real well so far. Anyway, let's talk about, I figured we gotta pretend to be like a real podcast, and therefore we gotta, start off the video with a random, current event, and obviously I'm talking about the most important thing happening in America right now, the release of Highguard. Folks, have you all played Highguard?
Bro, I thought you were actually kind of like,
You're gonna tell my
the world's on fire.
to be honest.
I thought he was going a completely different direction.
That's the most important thing that's happening right now. What do you?
Yeah, no, I'm not. I haven't played Highguard, unfortunately.
I'm actually plat 5 in Highguard. I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie.
okay,
guys.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to talk a little bit about Highguard because I think it's funny. So Highguard was this game that Jeff Keighley decided was the second coming of Christ, I guess, and he really wanted to show it at his award show. You see, it turns out that the game was supposed to be a shadow drop, but Jeff wanted to show it off at the Game Awards. And now that it's out, it's a video game.
Yeah, it's a shadow of what it could have been.
Yeah, they have a roadmap of everything that they're gonna add up until I think July of this year.
Yeah,
they got one
it's
for December or something, don't they? Don't they have the whole year planned out?
They have the whole year planned
No,
out.
it's like
No, I
every
feel
other
bad
month.
for
It's
them
like
because that
new
game's gonna
map,
last till like July
new
anyway.
hero, new
so.
map, new hero, bunch of guns and turrets and stuff.
Like, bro, why can't you just add all this stuff before the game drop?
They have to. Okay, it's audience retention, so that.
Well, audience.
What I've seen from Highguard is that it's like the most 5 out of 10 game ever, and it seems like they just took every other hero shooter and took parts of them and kind of smashed them together to create this amalgamation.
Correct.
And so it's really weird. It's like 3v3, but the maps are huge, so you don't even see other players a lot of the time. But they're like,
3v3?
We gotta have mining, resource mining. Kids love Minecraft, so you have to hit the crystals.
Wait, guys, there's 3 of us here right now.
Yeah, we could hop on Highguard, except that you have to I don't know. You have to give Highguard permission to hack your PC or something. I didn't want to.
That is also a crazy thing.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Bitcoin.
I don't know. I didn't know what it meant. I'm not a PC gamer, so I don't know.
Yeah, you
what
have to turn on a couple different settings in your PC. Which, when I read it, I was like, I don't know what either of those settings are, so I'm not going to.
It is
download
on
those.
console,
like your social security number.
I didn't feel
like
worrying
measure.
about that.
Yeah.
But,
I'm good.
Yeah, it's just I've seen some people say that people are going too hard on it. Yeah, it's not great, but it's 5 out of 10. But here's the thing: I think being a 5 out of 10 game is worse than being a 1 out of 10. Because at least if you're a 1 out of 10, it's funny. But if you're just the most average, nothing, plain bread game ever, it's just. I mean, it's been a week since the game launched, and I've already I haven't seen anything about it anymore. It's already out of the cultural zeitgeist.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised you brought it up, because it was such a nothing, really. It's
it's a big nothing burger of a game, bro.
Yeah,
it was a game.
As for people who haven't played or seen anything for the game.
Yeah.
I just wanted to talk about it because it's just I feel such a good representation of just the modern gaming landscape, where it's just
now I have a question.
Yeah.
During this section, are you gonna put gameplay in front of this? If so, who's getting that gameplay right now?
You know what I'll do? I'll put up gameplay of Overwatch, and nobody will be able to tell the difference. They'll be like, "Yep."
Okay, honestly, fair enough.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, that's what's happening in gaming recently, I guess.
Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream.
No. Highguard's way better than that game.
I mean, yeah, but come on, we can do some other update dailies of where we are in life, relatively, video game wise.
Where I'm at is I had to kick my cat out because she
Wow. She doesn't even pay
she's being a little gremlin.
All right.
But yeah, I guess.
So video games, guys.
Video games.
Did you play any this year?
Yeah.
Highguard,
yeah, I did.
Highguard.
Well,
You
I'm
can
trying to
see that
remember what order we went in last time. I guess
It
I
was
start-
not me.
I
was
started
last
last time.
I was
Yeah, I started
third.
last time.
we started last time. All right. Chat,
We can
vote
mix
vote
it
on
up.
your phones who you want to go first. It'll be
Yeah.
live.
Oh, and then
sent
we'll
to
put the
us.
timestamps in. You can, if like, we'll do like,
Oh my
5, 6, 7, whatever, and then you can like
Yeah.
click
Like
on
6,
whichever
7?
person you want to listen to.
Ah.
6
Anyway, we're gonna gloss over that.
We're gonna go.
Yeah,
you
please.
you actually said
6,
6, 7 last episode too. It's crazy.
Did I? Well, that's good. That's fine.
Yeah, I made a little edit for it and everything.
I hate you.
Oh my gosh.
I don't watch these. I don't watch them.
Damn,
all
bro.
right.
Bruh.
Anyway, let's get into the games we played. So first off, did everyone finish their game this month?
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
great, guys. I'm so proud of all of us. Yeah, I guess we should let's just go down the line. Let's go down the line of my Discord, which says that I'm first, I guess. I'm assuming it's alphabetical order. But my name starts with a number, so I get privilege, I guess.
Yeah,
Privilege.
Well,
privilege.
guys,
Go ahead.
This guy.
as you remember from the last month, I was going to play Disgaea 7. And guess what? I did in fact play Disgaea 7. Can we get some applause? Can we get some cheers?
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me get the hold on soundboard.
Hang
Is
on,
my,
hang on.
we're
is my clapping coming in the mic or
there's-
not?
No, that's that one.
Dude, come on.
All right. So, going into Disgaea 7, there was one big lingering question that I kind of brought up last time. Does Disgaea 7 fix the problems created, or did I say Disgaea 6? 6? 7. Does Disgaea 7 fix the problems with Disgaea 6's gameplay? Because Disgaea 6 was bad and nobody liked it. Well, I'm pleased to say that yes, it does fix a lot of the problems. For starters, Disgaea 6 had a problem where the maps were very simplistic. Maybe this had to do with the fact that they were all 3D, or more likely it had to do with the fact that Disgaea 6 loved its new mechanic, the auto battle mechanic, where the game plays itself. Folks, we love games playing themselves, right guys?
Yeah, totally.
Yes, for sure.
I can't wait for AI just to, play the game for me. So
Yeah.
I just want to watch a movie that's
Folks.
70 hours.
This video is
Sonic-
sponsored by AFK Arena. No, it's not.
Sonic Forces is a good game because I can hold one button.
Yeah, so I have great news. The auto battle mechanic has been greatly de-emphasized in Disgaea 7. It still exists, but you have to get fuel for it by playing the maps manually, and it kind of increases at a pretty slow rate. You're usually just going to kind of save a bunch of it for a little burst of grinding, but overall it's not tied directly to the game, whereas Disgaea 6 was designed around auto battle. Part of that was also the insane level cap in Disgaea 6. Disgaea always has the big 9999 level cap. Disgaea 6's level cap is 9 quadrillion, and it kind of just threw off all the balance. But we've returned to the 9999 level cap, which is great. And the final thing that has been greatly improved from Disgaea 6 is more classes. Disgaea 6 had the least amount of classes in the entire franchise, probably again due to the fact that it's 3D. Some of the ways that they kind of increase the amount of classes are they brought back some of the gender variations. For instance, there was a male gunner and a female gunner, but then kind of as the series went on, they just kind of stuck to the one gunner. But we have the return of some of those old classes like the female gunner and the male archer. They're back, and while you could look at it as okay, they're still kind of the same class, I think they're different enough to kind of warrant including both of them. And from what I've seen online, most people agree that it's a good change. There's 2 new classes in this game, and they're pretty interesting. One of them is the Maiko, who's the dancer, in Fire Emblem type class, which is kind of weird that that's not been a thing until now, but yeah, it kind of lets you make somebody move again. And then there's the Zombie Maiden, who kind of has this gimmick of healing themselves, and also when they die, they revive once because they're a zombie or whatever. It's neat. The skill system in this game, I wanted to note that it's a bit more simplistic, and maybe not a bad way compared to Disgaea 5. In Disgaea 5, you start learning so many random skills, and there's just so many of them. Whereas in this game, the skill learning system is very simple. It's like, oh, you hit this level, you get this skill. If your class rank is this high, you get this skill. And that's kind of it. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it works pretty well. One of the big new features in this game, though, which is pretty cool, is that each chapter, once you complete it, you can go back to that chapter, and you can kind of walk around a little hub world of that chapter and talk to NPCs. And this is also an avenue for you to experience some of the kind of like side content, like the shogi boards, which are like I guess like a set challenge kind of a thing where you're given fixed units, and it's more like a puzzle. You have to solve how to complete the map in the least amount of turns possible. There's like a tournament, and there's all kinds of other little fun things that you can do, different side quests and whatnot that you can find in these little hub worlds, which I think adds a lot to the game. The big like mechanic of this one is Jumbify, where you like get gigantic and like it turns into Rock'em Sock'em robots if you're both big and you start punching each other. It's kind of a weird mechanic, and I didn't know how I felt about it at first. I remember back when I played the Steam version, I felt like it triggered too often. But I think what happened was that was just like in the item world, which is kind of the infinite randomly generated dungeon mode. And in that mode, you get Jumbify a lot. But in the standard maps, it actually doesn't come up too much. I didn't think it was like too over-centralizing. Jumbifying gives like a blanket effect on the entire map depending on the class of the person who uses it. So like if the zombie maiden gets gigantic, everyone gets the zombie maiden effect where if they die, they revive, which creates all kind of chaos because it affects you and the enemy. So be very careful about which ones you use. Don't be like me and make the zombie maiden big and then try to kill a bunch of enemies and then they all just revive. Yeah, that was not my smartest moment ever. That said, I still think Jumbify is not a perfect mechanic, and it breaks some of the maps. There's some maps where, like, the whole gimmick of the map is it's kind of hard to get to the boss on the other end. But, like, because Jumbify lets you attack anywhere, if you build up that meter and they get big, you could just kind of punch the boss and kill them and end the map really fast. Which is, like, okay, you're making it so I don't have to engage with the mechanics of the map, which is, like, not the most ideal. Like, I like being able to clear maps fast, but I'd rather it not just be because I pressed a button. Visual wise, I mean, I'm still not big on the 3D. I personally greatly prefer the way the 2D games look. Not that the 3D looks bad. The animations are still over the top. You'll see some of those in the footage on screen right now. And the art style's good. I just prefer the way it used to look. I want to talk a little bit about performance because the original version of this game infamously ran horribly on the Switch 1. The Switch 2 version runs pretty well. There's only like a couple of frame drops when using certain buff skills I noticed. Outside of that, it was pretty stable. I will note that I got like 2 game crashes, but then I transferred the game to the system memory instead of the SD card, and then it didn't crash after that, so I don't know, if you're playing the game, maybe do that. It seemed like a little prone to crashing while it was running off the SD card. I know some games are like that for whatever reason. I guess the last thing to talk about is the story, which is not really why I come to Disgaea. All I'm looking for in a story with Disgaea is for it to be fun, and the story was fun. The dialogue is fun. I also want to say that, although I haven't experienced most of 6's story, I have played the demo, and I thought that 6's dialogue was kind of like, just like stupid, and like not funny, but Disgaea 7 I felt like was pretty charming, and I had a lot of fun with the characters and the dialogue. It did what it had to do, I would say. I was pretty satisfied with that, but yeah, that's kind of my general review of Disgaea 7. I thought it was a decent game. I think it's solid. I think I still prefer the older games though, like in general, but as you know, trying to bring the series back from Disgaea 6, I thought they did a pretty good job. So there you have it, folks. You guys,
now
6 and you're 7.
Where would you rank this game compared to the other games you played in this series?
So we can actually do that now. That's crazy.
No, now we get 2 ranks instead of 1.
What game did I play last? No. No, I remember. Tales of Xillia. I would put it below Tales of Xillia a little bit.
Oh, okay.
That's the current rating.
Okay.
Yeah.
The pantheon of games. That's, you know, we have 1 and 2. Soon we'll get to 6 and 7. Is this funny? Is anyone laughing at this? Should I keep doing it?
You're not laughing at this in editing, but
You're
Oh no, you know I'm laughing. I'm sitting there editing like 6 6.
Guys,
Editor,
it's for the 4th millionth time.
Editor, show the laugh cam. Just so, just cut to your perspective, like a IRL cam, and just show you laughing real fast.
Oh man. Well, but don't worry, we have the next person, Logan, who has
Is that
played
me?
for the
Who
very
played a
first
game?
time.
I
Hollow
played a
Knight.
game. Wait, hold on. No, that's spoilers. Yes, we played Hollow Knight. It was okay.
How
It
is
was,
this
so it was a
obscure
replay
game?
of Hollow Knight. Oh yeah, hold on. Let me
Cook.
let me cook a
Cook,
little
cook.
bit. Let me think. How do I want to start this up? Yeah, so I played Hollow Knight, which I don't know if it was it kept in the last episode.
No,
It was-
I don't think it was.
No.
I
The
edited
last
out.
episode you
Do
said
they
you were
know
gonna...
I kind of cough hack skipped it for
Yeah,
the
I
month of
edited out
December?
every time you said Hollow Knight and replaced it with Kirby. So.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, so I played Hollow Knight. It was on the backlog in terms of well, Silk Song had just released last year. And I had never gotten the true ending, quote unquote, of Hollow Knight because I kept failing to the final boss. And I beat it. So that was nice.
I can't believe they released Silk Song. I thought the whole point of that
I
game
know.
was just to keep,
So yeah, Hollow Knight came out in 2017.
edging
and
people.
it
I thought that was the whole
just
point
came
of the
out.
game.
It came out
That's
in
crazy.
2025.
God.
It's crazy. So the game is, I mean, it's fantastic. It's sort of a grimdark, Metroidvania with like a Dark Souls lore. Like if any of that appeals to you in any sort of way, I definitely recommend playing this game. The lore and world building is just fantastic. You're this bug that, you know, kind of just appears out of nowhere into this world, and you kind of figure out like the story. There are characters that know who you are, you don't know them. There are characters you don't know who are just like delightful. There's like map makers and store owners that kind of just appear and then disappear. As well as like other warriors kind of in this realm of like sort of decay. As you're like kind of exploring like a ruined kingdom. So the story is great. The lore is like fantastic. And like it has that Metroidvania of like there are secrets to discover, and like some secrets are way better than others. And like you get permanent upgrades, and it's a classic Metroidvania with like a really charming art style of its almost like Flash kind of animated, but it's just so detailed. And yeah, let's see here. So I beat the final boss there. There are DLCs that were released after into 2018 and 2019, which I knew there were DLCs, but I was surprised by how late they were and how many updates the game had actually gotten over the course of like 2 years. So there's like a boss rush mode and like a side story of like a traveling circus. Very minor in terms of like changes to the world, but I didn't end up actually doing the DLC just because it was a lot of what I think the game's weakest characterization is the combat. It's not particularly too interesting. It's very hard. It's like you have your standard like attacks, and then you have like some magic, and you have like some other attacks you get through learning with these masters that are hidden somewhere in the world. But it's really just sort of like damage numbers and dodging at the end of the day. So I'm not very good at video games, so I thought that was the most lackluster part. But yeah, so I didn't end up actually doing the DLCs, which is fine. That is not why I was playing those games. I just for the lore and story building. Kind of the opposite of Kirby, where I'm like, this gameplay is fun and it's like a delightful romp. It's like sometimes this game can get on your nerves.
So, as the person here with the least amount of knowledge of Hollow Knight, is it like
Sure.
is it like a traditional Metroidvania where you like where like all the areas are kind of interconnected and there's no fast travel, or is there fast travel? How does that
There
work?
are fast travel spots you can go to. It's sort of like yeah, there are travel spots you can go to, so you don't have to traverse the entirety of the map, but there are locations that you just have to you can walk from one side of the map to the other basically.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, it is
Is there like
yeah,
a structure to how you have to progress, or can you do every
Um,
boss in every order?
that
or,
it's a really interesting thing that so sometimes it feels like a damage check. On some of them, there are abilities you get like like a double jump or like you get like a dash. That there are certain areas that are locked behind these abilities, as like with Samus or anything. Um, so there are those checks, and then there are like sort of a generic damage check that you do get. So sometimes you can go back and prepare. There are charms you can get in the game which influence your sort of build, quote unquote. There are health upgrades. There are energy upgrades. It's a very classic like Metroid style game, where you get sort of you progressively get stronger and stronger. But you're still relatively frail, to be fair.
I see.
The music's fantastic. I guess I'd give a shout out to the composer, Christopher Larkin. Just, like very, just on point for everything. Like there's like, if you ever heard of a leitmotif, this is like a game to like listen to because they play this. It's the same musical lick throughout like half or most of the music, and it's so interesting.
Yeah,
how
I
they
played a
are.
Toby Fox game.
Yeah, but it's Toby Fox game as well.
Just saying it.
Yeah, so there is that.
And
Yeah,
Mystery
no,
Dungeon. Mystery Dungeon 2, shout out to that.
Mystery Dungeon. Yep.
Yes,
Definitely
sir.
at least a 9 out of 10, if not a 10 out of 10.
But how does it compare compared to Kirby in the
Kirby,
Forgotten
oh,
Land?
it's so you're
Ooh.
comparing cheese to like cheese.
That-
Like it's so good. They're good for different reasons. I
That's
think.
true, but our viewers want arbitrary rankings on everything,
True.
so you gotta give us an arbitrary
I
ranking.
think I'm going to give it to God. I don't even know. Like I'm like Hollow Knight's lore and story is so interesting, but like Kirby's is just like insane to some extent. I think I'm gonna give the edge to Hollow Knight just as a standalone. But they're both fantastic. 9 out of 10.
You heard it here first, guys. Hollow Knight is peaking. Kirby is unfortunately unplayable
It's
garbage.
so mid.
All right.
Very
Go,
mid.
go fight in the
Damn.
comments.
Do I want to? Okay, this is a callback to the last episode. I said I would be completing 3 games.
Uh-huh.
I did not do that. One of them was supposed to be Mario RPG, the remake for
Yeah, funny
the
story
Switch.
about that one.
Yeah, I can't find it, so that's not happening.
Whoops.
Dog ate
until
my
I,
homework, kind of a type B.
Yeah. And the second one was Void Stranger. That game got really hard, so I put it down. It's a lot of it's a lot of very specific puzzles and actions you have to do.
Brain hort.
It's brain hort and me no thing good. So those were shelved, but I did complete 2 other games that I had on the backlog that I was like right before the final boss. So Kingdom Hearts 1, it was a good game. It was janky. I look forward to future games, but it's definitely not aged. Put it at like put it before Kirby even. Yeah, just the worst one. And then I beat Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep 0.2, a fragmentary passage, which was basically just an Unreal 5 tech demo. Interesting lore implications, but I couldn't understand half of them because half of the story takes place after the events of Kingdom Hearts 2, which I have not played. And the gameplay was very basic, but it was fun. And the game was probably about 10 hours, if that. So, put that even before Kingdom Hearts 1. Just throw them on there. Just some honorable mentions. And I'm not getting you footage. You can just put up a fucking static image.
No, there's not the rainbow thing on the TV. Like,
Yeah.
rainbow
Can you
thing, whatever
put?
it's called.
Oh wait, put Roxas versus Sora Even though I didn't.
Oh
play
yeah,
it.
that fight's
And
hard.
he gave it
That fight was
Oh,
annoying.
That
Bro, he killed
Oh,
me, and I had to go like do that whole room before him all over again. And
Oh
I had to,
yeah.
and I had to fight all the
Oh,
hard ones
yeah.
again. I was really
Oh,
mad.
spoilers! What the heck? There's a room before.
The
Here,
room
Nate, I'll
before the boss?
I'll get you
Whoa.
B-roll. I'll put myself on the Smash stage, Kingdom Hearts Smash stage. And
Perfect.
Yeah.
Put
you, Sora.
Sora on there and put Kirby on there, and then like have Kirby win.
We
Yeah,
can
there
turn
you go.
this into like
There
a
you go.
Did You Know gaming thing. Did you know that fight was not in the original Kingdom Hearts 2? It was added in the enhanced version.
Oh my gosh.
Did you know that?
So that's me done. Okay, let's go.
Did you know gaming?
Let's
All right,
go to-
Christian, tell us about
Christian.
Atelier Yumia. The
Oh, whoa. I
Yeah,
was
wait, hold
gonna
on.
say that. Okay.
Yeah, wait, Christian, what game did you play again?
No, I
What-
played
yeah, what game?
Atelier Yumia. Thank you very much. The second Atelier game I'm playing, and definitely not the last.
I am pleased to announce that he's playing Ryza next month.
Oh yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah, sure. You'll see at the end of this video. Anyways, time to start. I'm just gonna get kind of an overview of the story first. So the story really takes place in this region, and
The
they're
Kanto
kind of-
region?
not the Kanto region. That is the wrong
The
game.
Johto region?
Oh,
The Aliadas region, which I like to say. And well,
What's the
it's kind of
starter
an
Pokemon?
empire. The starters?
Yeah, what are starter
Yeah.
Pokemon?
Well,
In that
you don't
region.
really have monsters in this game.
can't
Like,
believe it.
It's in like Monster Ranch or whatever. But essentially, you go.
Oh,
this,
stop
like,
spoiling
try
my
to
game for
figure out-
next month.
But you go in this empire and try and figure out what the frick happened to it, because it was a very successful empire. Like, technology was like through the roof. They were thriving, you know. And then suddenly, alchemy kind of went bizarre, and the empire faced its demise.
I have a
essentially. But
theory,
you're trying to figure out what the frick really happened there. But word kind of spreaded about the whole alchemy stuff, and well, it became a taboo. So it's very like illegal kind of deal here. And Yumia, the main character, is an alchemist. So you can kind of see why people just do not like her off the bat. She kind of suffers a lot because, well, no one likes her at all. No one's really willing to really accept her. Besides the leader of the research team, my goat, who actually was like, yeah, I trust her, you know, whatever. You know, just make sure she doesn't do anything stupid, I guess. But for the most part, yeah, everyone just kind of hates her right away. And she kind of has to prove that, yeah, there's good that can come from alchemy, not only bad and destruction. Though, like I said, people are just not very, you know, convinced that it does that, since a little empire collapsed because of it, which is a whole freaking like continent. So yeah, people are not so fond of her. Though, however, she does meet other people, I guess, or the group, I should say, meet other people, quotation marks or whatever, that are using alchemy for bad throughout the world, and then, you know, it doesn't make Yumia look good at all, because like, oh, these people are still using alchemy for bad, and then Yumia's like, bro, like, come on, that's not me, bro. And so she's really just trying to explain or trying to show off the goods of alchemy, to trying to figure out what happened to this empire that used to thrive so well. And well, you just have to play the game to find out, because spoilers, and you know, no one wants that. The battle system, on the other hand, is not turn-based, which I think seems to be like every Atelier game has turn-based for them, for what I think, you know. I've only played like 2 Atelier games before this one, so my guess is that most of them are turn-based, but this one's actually real-time combat. Like, you move around your character, you can dodge. However, you're kind of like a little
roll
circle
slop.
zone. Yes, no, it's actually really funny because I do have it in my notes here. The combat is fun, but it's like super easy and like not in a good way. The fights, you can literally just win a fight while having like the cruddiest gear on, because it's so easy just to fight, I'll be honest. None of the fights were hard. I never got a game over. There was nothing really any of that, and you could just be broken, to be honest, very easily.
Dang.
But like, you could roll, and you got like, oh, it shows like, oh, if you time your roll, you can, you know, not take any damage, and you can throw in another character, like a tag team kind of effect, that one character can swoop down and deal some extra damage, you know. But like, the timing is like, you don't really need to time this, you know. And I felt like when they first showed off, I'm like, oh, that's cool, it rewards you. But then when you kind of go through the game, it's like, oh, this is just very easy. I could do this like 24/7. There's no point in blocking. I will just say that. If you try and block, I found myself not blocking once, like after the tutorial or like beginning part of the game. I'm like, I'm just gonna just roll constantly, and I'm bound to get, you know, that follow-up attack or whatever. So, while the combat is fun, I do like it. However, it's just a bit too easy, you know. And like, I get it. Not everyone's like the greatest at combat, so I can see why it appeals to some other people, because like, oh hey, maybe turn-based combat just isn't my style. So I could see that, but for me personally, it's just too easy, you know. But just like any other Atelier game, you make a lot of your own stuff. I discussed this one talking about Sophie 2. You make your own weapons, you make your own armor, you make your own healing items, buffing items, debuffing items, so on and so forth. You collect a bunch of stuff through the overworld, which I will say very high praises about the world in this game. It is a very fun world to go out and explore, and it rewards you gratefully too. It's very worth your time just to go out there, explore every nook and cranny of the world. It's very freaking fun. I love it. It's definitely my favorite part about this game, just because there's so much to explore, so much to do, and it's very rewarding. So it didn't feel like I was just exploring the world and be like, okay, this is a thing I didn't need. Like every time I go explore a world, it's like, oh, what's this? Like, oh, I needed that, you know, or that really helps me out through the journey. So yeah, world is very great. I like it more than Atelier Sophie 2. I'm just gonna say it, point that out right there, just for reference sake. But yeah, this game overall, if I have to like compare it to like Atelier Sophie 2, or just Sophie in general, since I played the first game too, I like this game more than Sophie 1. However, I don't quite like this game more than Sophie 2, because I think Atelier Sophie 2 has some more the synthesizing mechanics are very fun in Sophie 2, while in this game it's okay. You know, it's not the craziest in the world. Just like with the other games, it gets crazier as you progress through the game. At first it's like kind of meh, but then it gets crazier, more fun to just synthesize stuff and get more effects onto your items and stuff. But I still love Sophie 2's synthesizing you know, stuff more than Yumia's, because it can be kind of confusing, but it's also just not that exciting, I guess. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's okay. So I guess to come down to like, do I like this game better than Sophie 2 right now? Like I said, no. So in terms of like ranking these games on the backlog, I still think Atelier Sophie 2 is in my #1 spot and Atelier Yumia #2 spot. However, that's not to say that Yumia sucked. It's still a very fun game.
I don't know. It's on #2, therefore unplayable.
Yeah, unplayable. But like, really, my only complaint is like, yeah, the combat is just, I feel like it just could be better, maybe a little bit harder. Never had a game over in a game. Now other people might be like, oh, I had a game over on easy mode. I'm like, well, sorry, I guess. I'm not sure what to tell you. I found it very, very easy, and you can cheese bosses super easily too. But yeah, Sophie stays on top, and Yumia, sorry, second place so far, which is technically last right now. But hey, we still got the rest of this year to go through.
That's right, guys.
I would be very surprised if this game gets like last or second to last.
It turns out that Yumia is a bottom. You heard it here first. All right, moving on to Triple C Gamer. I think you played, what was that, Funko Fusion this month? That sounds right?
Oh, you know it. No. For this month, I played Digimon Story Time Stranger. Now, before we begin, I want to put like a little preface that this game is still new, and I know at least Christian and Nate still want to play it, so I won't be going. I'm going to try my best to avoid spoilers, so I won't be going into heavy plot details. Just kind of give a quick summary of the plot. You play as the agent, either a male or female protagonist, in charge of investigating the strange anomalies of the world. And while out on a mission, you discover that you're out in Shinjuku. You discover that there's problems including Digimon. Eventually, these problems result in a digital gate opening in Shinjuku and an explosion happening. This explosion sends you back in time for some reason, so it's up to you as the agent to figure out what causes this explosion, prevent it, and see if you can get back home. To go And to continue on with that, I want to go over the gameplay. Now, the gameplay of Digimon Story is they refine the gameplay that they created in the original Digimon Story, like Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory. And if you don't know, Digimon Story is basically can be summed up like this: it's Persona slash SMT meets Digimon. So it's turn-based combat, and you can see like the turn order are on the right side of the screen, so you can kind of plan out your moves this way. Digimon are split up into three basic things. Three traits have three unique traits about them: type, attribute, and what kind of like the trait that Digimon is. So a type of Digimon falls into four types: vaccine, data, virus, free. If it's a basic rock paper scissors formula. Vaccine beats virus, virus beats data, data beats uh, vaccine, but free doesn't have any weaknesses. Uh, Attributes, that's just the elemental weaknesses of Digimon. So that's like there's 11 in that game: fire, ice, plant, water, electricity, steel, wind, earth, light, dark, and null. As you can imagine, each type is weak to other types, usually the obvious ones. So like fire beats ice, water beats fire, electricity beats water, things like that. And they have resistances too. The trait of Digimon, the defining features are as such: there's humanoid Digimon, there's aquatic Digimon, there's evil Digimon, there's angelic Digimon, there's robot Digimon, so on and so forth.
The blocks.
My boy,
what?
Toy Agumon.
No, he's technically categorized, I think, as like a robot. I think.
That would make sense.
Yeah, it's very weird. Sometimes you would think like, oh, hey, like say, Lady Devimon. No, she's freaking. I think you would think she's evil, but I think she's categorized as a humanoid, which, again, weird, but I guess it works.
As we all know, humans can't be evil.
That's true.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Human type, he can't be evil.
We all know this.
Yeah, don't look at the U.S. right now.
So the main strategy for Digimon is you need to exploit those weaknesses. So how do you do that? With the Digimon you get, they'll have each Digimon has their own unique skill to it. That's the main thing about Digimon. Every Digimon, there's over 500 of them in this game, by the way. Each of them have their own unique skill to it, to them. The unique skills are different from the other skills because the unique skill is usually more powerful, but it costs more SP to use, and it's more accurate. Whereas the other skills that you can teach your Digimon, these skills are interchangeable. By the way, you get like CDs, not TMs, by the way.
No.
But these skills are less powerful, cost less SP, but have decreased accuracy, so 90% accuracy or 85 or something. And I will say, it's not like Pokemon. You will miss sometimes, but it's not like it feels like a 50-50 coin flip. It actually feels like 90% of the time you're going to hit. So, point up for that. And then how combat works, it's split up into a few commands. The attack command, you have the basic attack. Skills, like I said, you launch a powerful skill for the cost of some SP. You can guard your turn. Items, you can use an item from your inventory. Change, you're allowed to change. By default, you're allowed to carry 6 Digimon at a time. And in fights, the first 3 in your party will always be in the front to fight. Those are the front lines. You are allowed to change once on that Digimon's turn. And then new to Time Stranger is the cross art ability. Once the meter is full, you're allowed to launch the cross art you equipped to help your Digimon in battle. This usually includes stat buffs, stat debuffs to enemies. You can just do straight up damage to the enemy, or you can heal your entire party. So it's very essential. I will say it's very essential that you get used to this cross art ability, because this I know I played on hard, but this game got hard fast. And this is mainly because they changed it how Digivolution works in Time Stranger compared to the other Digimon stories. Because how in the original Digimon stories, you would progress through the game, and then eventually you would be pinged that, oh hey, you are now allowed to use Digimon of this rank. Because Digimon are ranked, like start off as rookies, then they go champions, ultimate, megas, and megas are like the top tier Digimon that you want. Well, in this game, they tied it to a level system called your agent rank. You get agent rank by progressing through the game and completing side quests. But you need to know something. You can lose side quests if you progress too fast. So you see the main problem. There's times where you will lose out on agent rank because you go through the game too fast. If you're one of those people who just decide not to do any side quest or anything, yeah, have fun having like, I don't know, champion level Digimon when you're in the ultimate range or facing ultimate enemies. Have fun. And if you want a comparison, it's like going into the 5th gym with a party full of Sunkerns. Just to give it
That's rough.
Yeah.
Have you considered
It's not
just
fun.
winning, though?
It's doable. It's doable, but it's fun. They're not fun. So a couple things. If in order to recruit new Digimon, you're probably asking, how do you do that? Well, Digimon's famous for doing it like this. In order to get new Digimon, you need to fight enemy Digimon. When you do that, you gain a certain level of percentage on the conversion rate. When the conversion rate hits 100 on that specific Digimon, you can create that Digimon for your team. Now, it is often said, if you keep going, so if you go past the 100%, you can keep going up to 200%. The closer you are to 200%, the better the stats are for that converted Digimon. So, how that would work is, Digivolution also has requirements behind it. Not only do you have to be a certain agent rank, you have to be a certain, like, that Digimon stat has to be high enough in order for them to Digivolve. So, like, they have to have a certain attack requirement, a certain speed requirement, and certain intelligence requirement, and so on and so forth. And if you have a high conversion rate Digimon, great. They'll usually have a higher level cap, so that way they can keep leveling up, and eventually they can just evolve naturally. I've had plenty of Digimon on my main team that did that. But if you don't do that, say if you found a Digimon you like, converted it right away, its level cap is like level 20, and it can't gain any more stats. How do you do that? Well, that's where the second aspect of Digimon comes in, the digital farm. If you remember, Digimon started out as a clone of Tamagotchi Life. Or not Tamagotchi Life.
Tomodachi life.
No, it's Tamagotchi. That's it. Yeah, Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi. Yeah.
Sorry, Tamagotchi. Yeah.
Made by
So
the same company.
they always have that little side activity in all of the Digimon games where it's a Digi farm. You can put your Digimon in there. You can put them in like special facilities or equipment where they can gain certain stats after a set amount of time. Usually 30 minutes. And yes, that is real in-game time, or not in-game, actual time. And so, a lot of the time I was spent just sitting watching my Digimon raise because I had to get that certain requirement for a lot of Digimon. And you're like, oh hey, why not just use your main party of Digimon, the first 6 you got? Yeah, it's not recommended you do that. My recommendation for this game is get as many Digimon as you can. Have a full rotation. Like if you want a whole box of Digimon to go crazy with, do that, because the bosses in this game were no joke. Like all the fodder enemies, whatever, I took care of them, no problem. But bosses, yeah. That's another reason I compared it to SMT, because sometimes the bosses are trial and error. Like, oh, you brought the wrong team. Well, try again. Reload your save. Try again. Which, if you have a challenge, or if you want a challenging game like that, sure, yeah, awesome. But otherwise, be on the side of caution. Now, to talk about the graphics and sound, this game is gorgeous. I never had any problems with like frame drops or long load times or anything like that. All the environments I were in were very vibrant and colorful, even though I know the gameplay that's playing right now is probably in like the sewer area, but even the sewer area looked pretty cool. But yeah, like all the Digimon models looked incredible. Like they actually looked like digital monsters and not plastic figurines. And I'm looking at a certain ZA game with that one.
No, how could they?
What? What do you?
Yeah.
Huh? What could you mean?
Well, okay. Except for the
What's
exception of
GA?
except for the exception of Toy Agumon, that is just even he looks good. All right, that's just block.
They're supposed to be toys.
Yeah, that one's supposed to be toys. All right, that one's fine. And then so graphics amazing. All the animations for each Digimon has their own unique skill. They animated each skill, which is like awesome. I really enjoyed that. The music in the game, it was all right. I enjoyed a lot of the tracks, but nothing was too memorable except for the final boss theme. That was sick. It just fits the whole theme of the boss, which I won't get into, but it made the fight more memorable in my opinion. So overall, that's pretty much all I had on my notes. Overall, what I really liked about this game, I think it was a great continuation to the Digimon story franchise. They really improved a lot of the gameplay aspects, and again, I didn't touch on this before, but Digimon story, like the first two games, were all dubbed all voice acted in Japanese. They didn't bother with English voice acting. Well, in Time Stranger, they have English voice acting. All the Digimon can actually talk in English. It's awesome. It felt just like the anime.
This dude watches dubs instead of subs. Lol.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
It's true.
Shut up! I'm very dub pill. All right, Digimon Tamers was amazing, and everyone should watch it. And yes, I had most of the Digimon Tamers team on my teams, and also Lunamon's evolutions, but we don't need to worry about that. Anyway,
They're cute anime girls.
I really enjoyed the variety of Digimon. Like I said, there's over 500 in the game. There's pretty much Digimon for everyone. You like Gundams? They got Gundams. You like dinosaurs? They got dinosaurs. You like anime girls? They got anime girls. You want a harem? There you go. You want furries? There you go.
Oh my gosh.
Digimon touches all the bases. All right, they got you covered. Game looks amazing. All the combat was pretty good. The few things I just didn't like about the game though is some areas did drag on a little bit. Like I would fight like some bosses, or I felt like okay, that's the end of the area, and then all of a sudden, nope, another 3 to go. Like okay, that whatever. Digivolution being locked to your agent rank and having it locked out of you, if you're not careful, it does kind of suck when the other games kind of did it perfectly. And again, I would knock it for the Digifarm, but that's just been a staple for every Digimon game that you play. Like, literally, if you play Digimon Dusk and Dawn or any old Digimon, they always had that gameplay feature, so I'm not gonna knock it points there.
The DS is still pretty new, right?
Yeah, okay, buddy.
The DS,
Okay.
the DS came out like 5 years ago, right?
But I will knock it for Digivolution requirements are pretty steep. Because sometimes if you don't have any side quests, you will have to stop and then just wait for the farm Digimon to finish their training. So overall, where would I rank it for our monthly? I would say honestly, it's I'd put it at the top. And compared to Monster Hunter Stories, I enjoyed Time Strangers more. So sorry, Monster Hunter Stories.
No,
I gotta put you
that
at the
makes
bottom.
sense. After
game's
all,
trash. Yeah.
unlike Monster Hunter Stories 3, where you can make your raid out blue, you cannot do that in Stories 1.
That's true.
Honestly, I mean, you can do it. You could give like Lagambi fire, but they never changed the color. So yeah, gotta knock.
I heard they
points
changed
over
it like a little bit, but yeah, Stories 3 like ran with it, and it's like the entire color changes, which looks awesome.
Like I'm so ready for that, but yeah.
But you know,
And
you
that's
gotta wait
coming
for
up
March
this
for that one.
month.
Another
No,
game on the
next
backlog.
month.
Oh, it's next month.
Next
No.
month.
Next month. All right, well, cool. Those are all the games. You guys ready for us to decide what games we're playing next month?
Yeah.
Da-da-dum. So this next month is February. Of course, this is going up early February, and we are going to be gaming the entire month to play another game. I don't know where I'm going with this. You know how the show works at this point. All right. Let's see. I think let's go reverse order from last time. Does anyone remember the last order?
We did. The last order was just the same.
Yeah,
So
okay.
like I
same
started
order, so
and
you just started
Oh,
that
was
way.
the same? Oh,
Yeah.
Alright.
So again, we would just do it this time. We could do it by Discord, because then
Alright,
so
sure,
Nate,
I'll
you
go
would
first.
start it. And
Yeah, go
All
ahead,
right,
Nate.
so this has been really difficult for me because I've gone back and forth between like 5 different games, and I
Oh my
also wanted to
gosh.
play a couple of games that were going to be longer, and I didn't think I'd have like a month to do them. So I think I've come up with a compromise where I can still do a longer playthrough, but not have. But for my game this month, play a game that's maybe a little shorter. I also wanted to play a game that's a bit of a wild card because I thought it'd be fun to play a game that I know nothing about and like no one knows anything about, because like imagine if it's bad. Like that'll be such good content.
It's
Like-
true. It's true.
yeah,
Highguard?
Highguard, that's right, guys. It's Highguard. No, it's not Highguard. So I did decide that I'm gonna play Time Hollow for this month. So Time Hollow
Hollow.
on the DS.
I'm looking this up.
Wait. Oh, wait. Yeah.
I posted
yeah.
about this in chat earlier. This game was made by Konami. It's like an adventure game, and I don't know anything about it. The reason I learned about it is I do know about its predecessor because I watched a YouTube video about it. The previous game was called Shadow of Memories, and Shadow of Memories is this goofy little game where you play as this goofy protagonist, and he keeps dying, and then he has to go back in time to prevent his death. And the English voice acting is bad, but it's like funny bad. It's great. And so the same woman who was like the brains behind that game created another game with the same kind of time travel mechanic called Time Hollow on the DS. And so I'm like, well, I already know about Shadow of Memories, but let's play the like spiritual successor that I know nothing about, and we'll see if it's good or not. So that's gonna be my game. I don't think it's a very long game. I think it's like sub 10 hours, so should be pretty easy to finish. So yeah, that's my selection. I'll let you guys know if it's good or not.
Yeah, that's
if
me.
you
That's
need-
even more pressure because if you don't finish it, oh gosh, it would be
Oh.
Didn't finish the
In-
like 8-hour game. Yeah.
yeah.
Nate, I will say, if you need a way to record B-roll for it, next time I'm over for Monster Hunter 3, I'll bring my 3DS, and then you can
I
record
think
it like
I
that.
think I'll be fine. I think I'll figure it out.
Okay.
All right. So that goes to Logan. What game have you selected? Is it Hollow Knight a third month in a row?
That's true. Yeah, it'll be Hollow
It'll
Knight
be the
again,
DLC.
guys.
The
Put it on
DLC.
screen.
The DLC.
Dude, all the DLC. I mean, it could be Silk Song, but it's not gonna be Silk Song. I need a little
Aw.
break, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, it was okay. This is kind of. I'm actually changing it I'm changing it like as of this recording.
Oh my gosh.
Which is insane. Because it was gonna be a little game that I've never played before, and I played the first one, and it was gonna be Deltarune. I was gonna play through chapters 1 through 4 of Deltarune.
Yo.
Oh, shit.
But I was also just gonna wait until all of Deltarune was out to play it, which is insane.
All right, we'll get back to you guys in 2035.
Yeah, 2030.
Yeah,
it'll be out.
2030.
So I will
in 10 years.
instead be playing. Hold on, I gotta get the name right. It is going to be Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
I think a certain viewer will be very pleased to hear
He's
that.
probably logging right now. I will be playing that,
Uh-oh.
but I will also be playing.
Oh.
I have to wait for the game to load because I forgot what the title is.
Yeah.
Bro, I had to do that with Time Hollow. I had to scroll up in the chat. I was like, what was that game called?
What was it again?
Oh my gosh.
Because these two games take place simultaneously, I will also be playing Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories.
Holy shit.
Oh my word.
I will be playing. Yeah, I've already got the correct play order from said person. Shoutouts to Silas. In which I will be playing both of these simultaneously. It's just gonna be a Kingdom Hearts month.
All right.
I've not played either of these two games. Obviously, I finished the first Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, and this is the order chronologically. So I am doing this series chronologically, which is not a good idea, especially for a first playthrough. But oh wow, this is my bed, and I shall lie in it.
All right.
Dang, alright, okay.
Good luck, gamer.
Thanks.
Sounds good. All right. That just leaves Christian. And Christian, Who wants to go first, Christian or Christian?
Go ahead,
I guess it'd
Christian.
be me, yeah. No,
Alright.
no, okay.
No, you go first.
So, no, you go first. All right. So my game for February won't be an Atelier game. I think I deserve a break after doing 2 in a row. So we'll get back into that series later. Instead, we're gonna, for my February game, we're gonna play, or I'm gonna play, Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake. The greatest title known to man. I've played Dragon Quest before. Heck, I played Dragon Quest 11 before. Never finished it. And so this won't be my first like rodeo, I guess, with Dragon Quest. But for Dragon Quest 3, yes. It's my first time playing it. I've owned the game. I bought the game on release date.
So did I.
So this,
I own it twice now.
oh my gosh. see this is why we don't get anything done.
Yep. We keep buying games, but don't play them.
You buy the same games you already have.
Yeah.
And don't play them.
And haven't finished the one. But yeah, I don't know why I picked this one. I'll be honest. There's a few games I had in mind, which I won't say what those few games are because hey, might save them for later for this year. But I guess Dragon Quest 3 just kind of popped up and like, you know what? It'll be pretty fun doing this. And the other fun part about this game is that you get to make some party members. So the whole cast and of this podcast is going to be in the game. I played the game a little bit. Magic who? But
Magic
we don't.
It sounds like my
Magic, I
entry in
guess,
Odyssey
but-
1 playthrough, and every time I had to fight an enemy that was only like could be damaged with magic, I was like, well, time to do the Metal Gear Rising Revengeance meme.
Yeah, I will say like I've already played the game a little bit, and there'd be enemies that are like, oh no, you can't cast anything. I'm like, oh no. Anyways.
Oh,
that
no.
that doesn't do anything to me. So it's gonna be a fun playthrough, but it might kind of suck because I don't got anyone to cast anything right now. But it's gonna be fun.
You'll be
It's gonna
fine.
I think the protagonist learned some magic though, right?
Yeah, that's what you think, but my personality is not the
Oh,
greatest.
it
for
changes
magic
depending on
casting.
personality.
Yup.
Oh, Jesus.
You're
I didn't know
wrong.
that because my
So,
guy
in
had
Dragon-
magic.
So in Dragon Quest 3, I think in the original too, you guys have
Yeah.
personalities, and that determines your stat growth.
Yeah, it was like
Um,
that in the original too. I played a
So
little of the original.
I looked up what my personality is. Yeah.
Good
we're
luck,
not
gamer.
gonna be- we're not gonna be casting anything time soon.
All right,
But
no
yeah,
magic
it's
run.
gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, no magic run pretty much, unless like I know you can like reclass, so that might happen later. But so far, no.
All right. Well, other Christian, what game have you selected?
All right, so I've done 2 RPGs back to back. I'm a little burnt out, so we gotta go. I'm gonna go with something on the shorter side. I want to go with something all about speed. You know, I gotta play as the fastest thing alive.
Would you
That's
say
right,
that
gamer.
it's a bit of a mania?
No, it's a bit of an adventure. That's right, gamers. We're playing Sonic Adventure.
No
He's playing
way,
Sonic
he's
the Black Knight.
actually doing
I-
it.
I'm actually gonna play
Okay.
Sonic Adventure.
See,
And
I saw
hold
you
on.
playing Mania, so I thought you were playing Mania.
Nope. I'm also playing, after talking it over with some IRL friends, I will also be playing Sonic Adventure 2 as well. I will be playing
Oh
2
my
games
god!
for the month of
It's happening,
for the
guys.
month of February.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see the gameplay.
And
footage, but-
okay, and if everyone is like all of my co-commentators know I'm a huge Sonic fan, but I've never beaten Sonic Adventure 1 or 2. So yeah, this is gonna be a big milestone for me. And also, I want to just give the stipulations. I will not consider the games beaten until not only I see the true credits, but in Sonic Adventure 2, I will raise at least one challenge.
Yes.
We're talking about. He's got to be high rank. We
Yeah, I
gotta
want you to
beat
beat
them.
all of the races with that chat. I want you to get to the end
All the
and fight the final boss.
Yeah.
It's not very hard if you use the the little glitch where you just keep reusing
Yeah.
the animal over and
Ah.
over.
All right, but yes, I will make sure that I'm doing everything. I will be playing both versions of I say both versions, but Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, and we're raising a chow in Sonic Adventure 2, and I will make sure if I'm playing on the GameCube version, I will put it on a memory card, and then 5 points will be the determiner of
Heck
if it's a
yeah.
good chow or not.
If you need any tips, let me know.
Yes, sir. If not, you guys will see me playing the Steam versions. I have them both. Thanks to they were like $5 back when we were in college.
Yeah, I heard that one time I gifted them to like everyone because they were so
Yeah.
I got one from Christmas, I think, 2 years ago.
Oh, and
Oh my
let that be a reminder that I got these games 10 years ago, and they've just been sitting on my Steam library for 10 years.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
This is the real backlog, is like 10
This-
years old.
Yep. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Well, I'm very excited because you all know I have very strong feelings towards Sonic Adventure 2.
Watching this game's bad.
Middle school
I'm
Nate is popping off right now. It's like his
Listen, no,
favorite
I'm
game.
gonna give it a fair chance. All right, I'm putting the Sonic goggles back on. If you know me, these are the goggles that let me just enjoy Sonic games. Because I thought Sonic Forces was a good game until I took those things off. Like, oh god, that game sucks.
Well, you're in for a treat. I love Adventure 2. I love the story, the goofy ass story. It's great.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's I think that's
a wrap.
everything.
Bye bye, guys.
It's a wrap.
I guess yes. Tune in next time.
We'll see y'all in March. Hooray!
Bye.